Hang on. Stand by. Stand by.
Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. I gotta put the right thing on the thing. Stand by. Okay. How it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back. I hope everyone's doing well. We are jumping into our 20th episode of Terraform. Last we left off, there was a massive battle that took place across the Obsidian Keep. And the party did manage to recover the hag of the coven for Amethyst Whitweary so that Sorin could get her brother back. Turns out the hag is terrifying for a lot of disgusting reasons, which brings me to this point. There is a hey, I'm over 18 check on the stream as you come in, but just in case it needs to be said, there's visceral descriptions of horrible murder and mayhem that happen here. I hold very few punches back when it comes to the gore and or the viscera. Neither does my party. It's our bread and butter. At least it's mine. So that said, trigger warning for what I'm about to say. The hag ate a baby. Turns out this is how you make new hags. And the coven was shaken by this. The NPCs of the party have befriended, as well as the party. There is a comeuppance, but Amethyst, through the party, has realized that that comeuppance is not her responsibility. The party has slain Lord Struan Thorn, Lady Struan Thorn.
No. Lady Elsro?
Elstro.
Oh God, what did I say?
Threw in the zag.
I was like, no, you killed her. And all of that said, there is a lot going on right now, and it's all kind of just been that big climatic episode. So now we're dealing with repercussions and payoffs. So, you know, it's gonna be a full episode. I'm Sir Feffers, the humble dungeon master of the Longshot table. Let's throw it over to Critical Bard.
I don't know who that is.
Sorry,
Critical's
Crit
dead.
Bard. CB
While I do
Omega.
this, I turn your music down by like 2 notches, maybe a notch and a half.
Can do.
Hi everybody, my name's Omega Jones, also known as CritBard. That was a lot more notches.
The song also ended.
Oh, I was like, CritBard across all social media channels. My pronouns are he and they. I play Kazarick, our lovable, chaotic apothecary alchemist, which is a custom class and subclass by Magechamp Press. No sponsor, just love them. He makes a lot of things. He makes potions, salves, poisons, and most importantly, bombs. But he doesn't just make bombs to destroy. He is trying to figure out quite literally the equation of life. He's learning a lot, and now he has not one, but 2 crystals upon him. Specifically, one that technically no longer has an owner. So he is going to be very excited about the experiments and what might come from this. Aside from that, he is also accompanied by the best little cloud of gas and death and other accoutrement known as Reggie. Yeah, that is Kazarick. I will toss it over to Shane.
Hi everyone, I'm Shane Whalley. You can find me everywhere as Shane Whalley, and I'm so glad to be back this week. So, I'm playing Sika. Oh, I almost said a previous name. I'm playing Sika, the Color of the Road Bard. Sorry, my brain's all over the place right now.
It'd be like that sometimes. The second you're on, it's like, oh well, there it all goes.
I was gonna say the wrong name. Like, hold on, no, don't say the wrong name or the wrong class, because that's not him at all. And yeah. So as I wasn't here last week, I can't give an exact full-on feeling of what Sika's going through. But to the most point is he wants out of there, and he has some questions he dangerously may have to ask some people who have been set free. But seeing Lady Elstro die sat with him in a different way than he thought, considering his previous death. but he's becoming more and more fascinated with the afterlife. So it's interesting to him. Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben Brainard. I'm playing Zito Barbera, the Path of the Knuckle Sandwich Barbarian. And last episode, I got to punch. It was very therapeutic. I found a traitor, and I could not let her walk out of the trap that she put herself in. And then the trap blew up, and she did walk out of it. But then she blew up, so...
But we melted her.
It's fine. And I don't think... I've probably met a witch before. They have weird... Most people have weird appetites.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the follow-up
People are
statement?
strange. Who am I to judge?
Is this a Ben opinion or a Zito opinion?
Somewhere in the middle, I think, probably. Gotta be. I don't know. Just don't eat a kid. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Don't eat a baby. It's gross and weird.
It's not a good way to make friends. Which leaves us with
They're
our
squishy.
phenomenal Taylor and Tracy, who's been with us the longest.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. I'm the game master of Pinafall. It's a LARP here in Texas. If you're wondering what I'm making, and the randomness that you'll see of random crafts that I'll probably pull forth at some point during the stream, I am making props and things for the upcoming event, which is this weekend. Super excited for it. It's like Vermiscar, which are like rat folk skavens, versus the dwarves. So I'm making this is a little bag.
Excellent.
That holds where I'm going to put my alcohol. Because that is necessary. Necessary to me. So yes, I play Robin. She is a rogue druid. She's coming into her druid powers. She is this close to getting her brother back. And you know what? What's a baby in someone's culture in a way or things? If that's normal for them, great.
Just
She
an
is
order.
fed up. She is done. She is ready to get her brother back and to get back to the city, where she has never heard of anybody eating babies, let alone the other weird fae people that were chopping people up into weird soup and putting them in bowls.
And shooting up. I shoot up my cannibalism.
She should have, yeah, and I'm pretty sure like the head druid that they were talking to was also a cannibal. So she is like outside of city bad, nature bad. She's a druid. She's a druid, and she really hopes that she never has to do some of these things that she's seeing druids and witches do.
Oh no.
She's learning magic, and she has been picking up that magic equals disgusting meals. She's hoping she can get away with eating vegetables. As to her, those are disgusting. And maybe that could pass.
Oh goodness.
But she's really excited to get her brother back and not have to eat a baby.
Speaking of Heinefall, I just recently posted a video about my review of the... Yeah, it's up. It's on the YouTube right now. It's called Longshot. And if you want to get caught up on the 3, soon to be 4 weekly streamed campaigns here on the show, you can find those there as well. If you subscribe, it means a lot for us. We are getting the ad revenue over there, and it's keeping gas in my tank and food in my belly. And so if you feel like supporting further, there's also the Patreon, where I will teach you how to DM like me and do some off-stream one-shots at the long shot table, as well as we are revving back up on the start playing, and I'm gonna start doing some thank you CB for this, for getting me back on the roll of the start playing game, where I rent out seats and we do one shots from there. I think I don't have anything set just yet, but we're thinking roughly $20 a seat per episode, but that might all change. Still got to kind of crowdsource the community and see if there's an interest. Other things, podcast, if you don't know about it, it's called Insight Check. It's going on. I've been doing a lot of stuff. And of course, really do go check out Heinefall. It's absolutely incredible. I think that's that. So, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Robin just reminded me, I have a vial of someone's goo in my pocket still.
Yes, you do.
Awesome. The now cleaned up tavern is still quiet, and Hella Vithea is sitting back with a cold bowl of soup, kind of nervously wringing her hands as Nop kind of comes over.
Kind of soup.
And she reaches over and is a bit reassured, kind of pets Nop a little bit.
We're gonna add Nop sounds to Bingo.
Hell yeah.
All the pets.
And then the portal begins to form and shift, and she gets up and holds an action for the disintegration spell before she realizes it's you guys, and slowly and quickly you guys move out of that war battle-torn scenario with what she perceives as this kindly old lady whose teeth she did not see retract into her head like Toothless. And she quickly looks and goes, "Oh, you've all returned. Oh, thank gods. Thank the gods. Quick, and hello, hi." She kind of takes the old lady's hand, helps her to a seat, and the old lady goes, "Oh, new friends. Oh, I'm so happy this day." As the party steps in and close the teleportation circle closes down, and you guys start catching your breath, and you're in relative safety. For now, at least. Robin, you quickly check around. Sorin is with you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just about to say, I was like, where's Sorin?
Zito, you quickly do a head count, and you're interrupted by Nop just as Nop just does the tiger tackle. You know what I mean? Where the tiger like comes up and like does like almost like dogs do when you get home. They just the paws come all the way up, and you surprisingly have to put a foot back to steady yourself.
Yes, I missed you too. We had a great fight. You would have loved it. And then I give him little chin scratches.
Chin scratches.
Excellence.
By the way, I feel like this might be the most injured you guys have seen Zito.
How you looking? Like what?
How bad are you?
Which wounds stand out to us the most?
Well, for sure, the missing pinky.
Sure.
Oh, right.
That is still dripping blood.
Yeah.
Right.
But
right.
What was it? Oh yeah, the burn mark in the center of my chest.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am vulnerable to fire. Your boy is from a cold place.
If you had any chest hair, you don't now, nor the front of your uniform.
To be fair, I don't wear the dress blues into battle. I've been wearing just a tan T-shirt, but
Okay.
yeah, no. Now there's a big hole in it.
Okay.
While I know that Robin is our resident fiery mistress, how he's not thinking about like, what's the word I'm looking for? This person can do this thing better than them. He just knows that he was there when the pinky happened, so he is attempting to force him to sit the hell down.
You have to fight through Nop.
He is trying to sit him down in a chair or something and just start inspecting, seeing exactly what's hurt. One, attempting to cauterize the wound.
Make a medicine check.
Thank you. Oh, God, that is...
And And also an insight check, because I would be lying to you about feeling any pain at all.
Of course.
What happened to Sika's arms when he with his bracers? Did anything happen, or is...
I don't remember doing anything with your bracers.
Because of the metal? Because of the
Yeah.
magnet?
Gold isn't magnetic.
Gold is not magnetic.
Oh, I didn't know if it was gold or whatever. I just knew that I had bracers that turned into snakes. So I just
Good
didn't
question.
know.
I would say that you would have gone for a bit of a ride and taken a little bit of damage.
Okay, cool.
That was bad, real bad. That is a
took?
dirty 20 on medicine, because Reggie's helping me, so that's what he does when he gets to this stuff. And then for the inside, personal, natural 20 for the inside.
My
You took
my
17
deception was
damage,
2,
Shane.
So
17? Thank you.
Go ahead.
Hey, Ben,
my deception was a 2.
and at this point, there's no roll. Really, he can see the bullshit, and he just like finds like something to just like tape mouth shut. Shut up.
It's just me wincing every time you touch something. It doesn't hurt.
He like digs into one of the wounds just to prove a point. But yeah, dirty 20, and at the very least, I'm gonna use my 2 potions that I have on him, plus whatever I can, again, specifically to cauterize the pinky so it stops bleeding, so it can actually become stuck.
Gotcha.
I probably would have just stuck it on the magma cloak.
Is everyone hurt right now?
I'm at half of my hit points, but I'm moving.
Robin might be okay. Robin, you taking any damage?
Fine. Nope.
If you
I'm
Robin's stealthy as
If
fuck.
you
at
wanna
roughly
save your-
half as well.
I'm
if you want to
tip-top
save your
shape.
potions, I can try and heal everyone.
I mean, totally. Whichever one works. At the end of the day, whether it's healing through you or healing through the potions, at the long rest, they're gonna go away anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's like either one's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we could double team it, but
Yeah, sure. If you want to combine it, I have mass cure wounds, so I can
cool.
so I can heal everyone. 6 people. So
100%. Yeah. While he's doing the more mundane aspect of healing, seeing Sika start to reach into their bardic talent. Again, he has a very specific appreciation for the weave. It's not something that he is attuned with, nor he really understands. Not on a arcanic level, but he can appreciate just how someone else works, and get their own job done. But he's still just focused on Zito getting okay, and it's absolutely to the outside world, not outside world, but just outside of him, would read as like a younger brother trying to help his big brother. Kazric has really gotten connected to Zito, and also doesn't want him to leave. But he will keep him as healthy as he can for now. But yes, he's like, shut up, and just keeps working.
Okay.
Did I finish the head count, and that is the head count the correct number of people?
Yes.
Okay, cool. In that, as soon as that happens, I will relax a little bit and let Kazric actually.
Amethyst kind of pauses and takes her breath, and she's looking a little beat up too. Connie and Coterie look fine, but Amethyst has taken a bit of a beating as well, and she's got one side of her hair kind of in disarray, matted down to the side of her head, coated with blood. Looks like she might have taken a head wound at some point, but she looks lucid, calm, and eventually she takes a seat, waits for everyone to kind of relax a bit. Connie steps back into the kitchen to see what can be made up, where Cody, she steps out to the front area that everyone else has been on the far side of, and kind of starts looking outside, starts watching the skies before kind of kneeling down and conjuring maybe 8 centipedes and sends them out into the city. And she kind of returns and closes her eyes and kind of, surprisingly, kind of gets close to Robin and kind of sits down, almost as if Robin will protect me, in this moment if needed. Kind of just is trying to communicate trust in a way that is not easy for her, in a way that she's able to.
Robin will pull out, seeing like Robin will protect me vibe. Robin will just pull out her dagger of returning and just kind of spin it on her finger, and I'll just prepare for if there's anything I need to do. Like if there's an immediate threat to her in any way, it's prepped to throw.
Nice. Okay. Amethyst looks to you, Robin. What do you make of the golden thread we found, dear?
That we found that she was doing in the area?
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell if she is using it to forcibly connect people or if it's like a train of thought of what she's figuring out. It seemed when I messed with my picture, it destroyed the thoughts through the threads. Like the threads started coming unraveled and untangled.
It's
I'm not sure.
almost as if they're sentient, but if I had to guess, I would say that they simply work under some strict, abstract law. I wouldn't call it sentient, though.
Like, Robin's gonna sit down and she's gonna pull out like her like forgery kit and like some of her papers and things, and she's gonna like quickly try and draw like a picture of her and a picture of Sorin and put them really close because she only has this much thread, and she's gonna take the thread out of her pocket and see if she can do something, but that's gonna take her a little while to do. So she's just gonna go, I'm gonna try something, and she's gonna sit down and start doing that.
Fast.
Hmm.
Two things. One, Robin, will you roll a tool check with the forgery kit so I can update your thing? And two, just roll a d20 and then you're proficient with forgery, so add your proficiency.
Okay, with proficiency, so 14.
Hooray!
Hooray!
And Feff, is this like golden thread, or is this type of magic something that I may have come across or seen or heard of during my time with the Mage Breakers?
You're actively thinking and in casting your mind back to see if you have ever gotten any other moment that wouldn't have come up naturally. So make a history check. You're really doing a hard think. DC would be very, very high. I'm gonna put this at 24.
Okay, well, the highest I could roll in history is a 19, so here we go. And that's an 8.
You got nothing. This is a completely new
okay.
You're able to tell that you for sure have never heard of anything like this. It's yarn, it glows, it I guess balances in some weird way.
Would it be accurate to say that I'd probably think if anyone, Sorin might know something? Because he would have a lot more.
You know that Sorin has a lot of knowledge that A, belonged to the Mage Breakers, B, belonged to the arcane colleges, and C, belonged to the Chain Circle.
Okay. In that case, is Colleen close enough that I can kind of like...
Colleen is not with the party. Colleen did not go through the teleportation. No, she was there at the end. She did. I apologize.
Yeah.
Colleen would be there.
I was last one through the door.
Zeta was last, yeah.
Yeah, and she's currently heating a mug of tea.
Okay.
2 seconds, Shane. CB also had a thing he wanted to say, but we're gonna do this first.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of like quietly to Colleen just be like, this is not exactly my forte. Just speaking, honestly, but we did have a mission and a goal for why exactly we were trying to get Struan out of there. We were hoping that she could potentially help our beloved friend over there.
Sounds like
Get
you've
out
made a
of
bit of a
this.
deal with the witches. I vaguely remember this, but I was a cat at the time, you would remember.
I was petting the cat at the time. You would remember.
I would. This is Colleen, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I want to make sure. I have nothing to do with that agreement, but I'm certain that Mother will be most useful and hold up their end of the bargain. We're sticklers about that kind of thing.
Ben, not Zito. I wanted it to try and just convey the energy of like, could you like elbow nudge? Could you
Get the ball
start
rolling?
that dialogue?
Got
Yeah.
you. Make a persuasion check, as this is not something she wants to do.
Me neither. Oh Lord. Okay, good roll. 17.
She looks at you, understanding your meaning, and while she gave you kind of a "that's not my circus, not my monkeys, not my clowns" look, you gave her a further pleased look, and she rolls her eyes, and a dimple appears in one cheek. She gets up and walks
Thank you.
over to Amethyst. She sits down. She waits a little bit. Amethyst is finishing up her conversation. Mother. Yes, dear. They're being very kind. But I'm sure they're very desperate to have their friend back. Thank you, dear. Okay. Sister. Yes. We have business below. Ooh, what will we be doing? And she kind of slowly, she'll grab a hold of like Sika's shoulder, in this surprisingly clawy grip. She helps herself up. Come on. And she, we need to return. We need to undo a curse, a surprisingly potent one. Was this the price for my deliverance? Actually, no. Oh. And she's gonna look and kind of survey the party with new eyes. That it was an unexpected turn for her. Well, let us be below then, into the brine with us. And she turns to Sika as she's like leading you onward, still kind of holding on to your shoulder, or maybe hooked around your arm for support. Mm-hmm. Do you have clothes that you don't like? I would put them on. They're definitely not these. This is wonderful. Onward. And she sits down next to a stool by a trap door in the back. And whenever the party is ready, we can descend into her lair.
I don't like when you say lair.
Find a hag, they said.
connotations.
It'll be fine.
I was just there to pet the cat.
Would you like me to do my mass cure ones? I plan to do it already. I just wanted to make sure that we're doing it before we go anywhere.
Don't ask me. I think you should just go for it.
Okay, so I was just waiting my chance to speak. That's all.
Oh, you're totally fine. Oh, I'm so sorry. We did this whole thing, and then CB was gonna say a thing, and then Sika was gonna say a thing. I'm so sorry. What else would we like to get covered? CB, you were next in line.
No. Sika can do the mage hand can do the mass cure wounds.
Pop off, Sika.
Okay, this is just so I know, because I know I was watching in the audience, but people got hurt. So Amethyst is hurt, I'm hurt, Zito's hurt, Robin's hurt, Kazrix is hurt. Is Struan hurt?
Struan's fine, and Robin's fine.
Robin is not hurt at all.
Robin's not hurt? Okay.
No.
So then I have two people that I have to choose this for. I just can't remember who's hurt, just so I can put it on them. So I guess
Zito, Kazric.
Zito, Kazric, myself, Amethyst, Colleen, is she hurt?
Colleen's fine.
Nice, right? Cool. So these two will just flitter into existence then, or out of existence. That's fine. Okay. So Sika is going to start casting Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay.
When he does it, usually a white orb of soft song comes from his hand, but unfortunately this time it cracks, and black ooze drips out of it. And so he immediately panics and puts his hand over top of it and starts trying to press it together. But if anyone's looking, they would see him also become very comfortable, and the two symbols of the Church of Araden and the Church of Death combine inside. And then mixed green colors shoot out to everyone who's injured, and you all get healed by 48 points. You also get a removal of paralyze or poison, and if you have a disease on you, it's removed.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
He definitely. I made it a point to say that Kazric, likes to see how people work. Seeing the symbol, the Church of Death, like, nope. Working on, and he's just doing like the bandaging now, not the actual healing, just keeping things okay. Soaking things in certain oils and instruments, whatever, to make sure that things are not going to get infected, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he's like, hey, next time you keep your pinky, at least the other one you have.
But everyone who needs health is 48. You get 48 points back, as well as those status effects that I mentioned.
Absolutely. Take that immediately.
I'm almost at max HP again.
Hey, same.
Hey.
4 away.
Sika, real quick. Make
Yes.
a insight or a religion check. It is important on which one you pick.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh no, it's wild.
Okay.
Which one
Okay.
did you pick?
I haven't rolled yet.
Pick first, then roll.
Okay. Oh no. I'm gonna go with insight because it's higher.
Okay. Okay. You take your own measure.
Nat 20.
You
Hey.
feel
I choose
less.
religion.
you feel less lonely. You always feel, to a certain degree or another, vastly lonely because of certain things. Less so now that you've kind of had this group, but there's always going to be that pang of loneliness. And as you continue, you note that your subconscious is just a smidge less lonely on now.
Tell me what happened if I chose religion. Okay. Is a sense of less lonely and nefarious to Sika?
It is amoral.
I just noticed something's
It is,
there.
yeah, it is neither good nor bad per se. You can interpret it as good or bad per se, but in itself, I guess it's a you call.
Okay. Cool. So he. Ooh, that's a tough one to think because to him, he wasn't prepared for these two symbols to show up. So them showing up is something that he's going to obviously piece together. But he's going to take it. Give me a second, I'll roll for it. Yeah, so he's going to take it as a good thing. So he's going to take it as a good thing and not be too worried.
Above board. Sorry, go
Yes.
ahead. No, finish your thing.
I was thinking it's something else. That's what I was thinking about
Gotcha,
saying, but
gotcha.
like
Above board, then it would have probably been your subconscious that made it so,
Okay.
because you dictated that it happened, if that makes sense. To a certain degree.
I don't understand.
I got
What?
you. We'll cover it later. It's
Okay.
nothing major.
Okay.
CB. Omega notes that
Omega does what?
I'm so sorry. I don't know what I'm on today. Kazric notes. Kazric notes that Connie is going a little over the top, kind of masking to show how happy she is that Struan is back. And Cody is, I would say, openly cold, more so than what you would think, and has kind of checked out and is kind of in the eyes of all the centipedes that they sent out.
Okay. I think Kazaric, even with the mass cure wounds, again, he's taking the mundane aspect. So he's probably, after he's finished with Zito, just kind of going around and checking everyone. And you said, sorry, Cody's the one who's the standoffish? Cold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of off.
There you go. He gives a smile to Connie, seeing that she's not really hurt or anything like that. Also noting that Cody also isn't hurt, but still goes over and he says, "Don't mind me, I'm just gonna make sure that everything's okay. This is what I do. Sorry, I'm like a little insect." But as he gets closer, I think just for a moment he whispers, "I won't attempt to try to understand exactly what you're going through, but as someone who has a tenuous relationship also with his mom person, it's okay if you are feeling the way you're feeling, and no one else can change that."
And you're saying this to Connie?
No, to Cody.
Cody, okay. Cody, who, Robin, you would hear this as well.
I was gonna say, do I hear this since Cody's sitting close
Yeah.
to me, right next to me?
Cody, you see the eyebrows kind of come together. Just kind of, her eyes kind of come back in her head. So you like insects?
I do. I really do. They're
Me
kind of
too.
fun. Sometimes it's nice to hear crickets and the way that they sing. But also they're very crunchy.
Can be.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do you eat them?
I eat a lot of things.
She looks at Robin.
It's a lot of things.
I mean,
But that's not the weirdest thing that we've heard about people eating. Don't raise your eyebrows at that, Cody. Come on.
She kind of flinches and then smiles.
Trying to make light of the situation.
as he's like inspecting this, probably like a small like leaf, like or something in her hair. And he's like takes in.
It's good.
It's healthy. Or I don't really know if it's healthy, but it
You're
is,
cool.
you know.
She's gonna get up and
Hey,
remove herself some.
Did you see anything with your centipedes before she goes too far?
People are looting
Oh.
the Obsidian Hall.
Oh, wait. Wasn't that where we were supposed to go?
That's where you just were.
That's where we just were. Never mind. They're looting it.
And it seems that the city's guard, the military, are more interested in fortifying the walls.
Wait. Like, the military is just trying to keep people in instead of
I don't know.
fixing the problems that are happening inside?
That, or they don't have any orders and don't know what to do, and have found out that there is likely an armed force somewhere, and I would say people are panicking and getting ready to continue to do so.
Then we better get what we need to get done and get out of here. Do you guys have a way out of here? We know some weird tunnels that lead like over onto the island outside of this. But we need to leave through the bridge.
You need to leave through the bridge.
We don't want
Then
to
you're
stay
gonna want
on
to get
this.
going soon, yeah.
Okay.
We will likely teleport if we're able to.
Oh, okay. Okay. As long as you'll be safe.
Thanks, Robin. And
Yeah.
thanks, Kadric.
He's already like gotten up and like starts to walk over to Stuart and goes, never mind, and goes.
Okay.
But, yeah, that's all.
Colleen looks to Zito and says, have fun down there. It's a lot for me. I'm not interested, to say the least, though. Best of luck.
If it makes you feel any better, I am also wildly disinterested about most of what's happening. And,
You're all sorts of fun, Zito.
thank you. I'm so close to retire.
Come find me once you're done. And she's gonna walk
Oh,
off.
I will.
Ooh. Ooh.
Whoa!
Oh!
All right.
I was like, does that mean he's staying? New quest. Get them together.
Zito is a lot of
Yeah.
things. Subtle is not one of them.
Okay. If everybody's ready.
I was told to change my outfit, so
I-
he said he's gonna go change it to some mundane outfit just in the back. So.
I wanted to test my pictures with my 2 inches of golden thread.
Yes, you watch as you're able to, once you put the 2 pictures down and spread out the golden thread, you kind of let it fall as you've seen from others, and it lands in this kind of tangled knot, bounces once, and then goes completely straight, pointed between the 2.
Okay.
And if you were to move the pictures, it would take some time, and it would but eventually untangle in the same directional of the 2.
Am I able to like spread the pictures and the thread grows?
No, eventually if the 2 pieces don't touch the pictures, if the 2 ends don't touch
Yeah.
the pictures, they would not have a connection.
Okay, gotcha. Do I?
What
like,
are these
I'm-
pictures? Sorry. it's
She
just
drew
a-
pictures of her and
I drew
Sorin.
pictures of me and Sorin.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do I like drag Sorin's gloves, the gloves that are Sorin, Get over here!
Ow!
Little sister, here. Does it feel different when I touch him? Now that we're connected with the gold? No? Do I feel different at all? With the, like, when I, like, separate and bring eyes to separate?
No, sorry.
I don't freaking know. I roll it back up. I look at whoever was talking to me. I can't remember which one. I think the elderly one, the old lady.
Cody.
No, not Cody. No, it was
Amethyst?
the older one. Amethyst.
Oh.
Amethyst.
Okay.
Because she saw the gold threads. She was the only one with me that saw the gold threads. I thought.
Correct.
And so I'm gonna look to her like before we're heading down, and I'm like, trust me, I really want to go down. I don't think I understand. Am I doing something wrong? Like, I know with my druid magic, if I have to like think the right thing to do the thing, and you know, it's doing the weird connection thing, but I don't get it.
What I understand from what I've heard from Colleen is that there are members who have gotten their hands on this golden thread and believed it to be a means of divination.
Oh, to like find where the person is?
Maybe more big picture. If what we saw is what it is capable of, maybe
like
more
she's-
of the state of the land?
Oh, okay. Like the state of land as it is, or like trying to draw out some sort of like prophecy?
I think she was trying to divine information about her kingdom.
Okay. But like, I touched the thread, touching the two pictures, and like, do I feel anything from it that's information?
I don't know if it's so powerful as to be able to do anything beyond its divination capabilities. Or else people would take it a bit more seriously. Otherwise, I believe it's a small sect of people who believe that the future can be found within this golden thread.
Okay, so, but just because they believe it doesn't mean that it's true.
Doesn't mean it's not true either.
It's fair. But if it's manipulatable, like when I changed my picture to where it didn't look exactly like me, and I'll do the same thing again, I'll like erase like one of the horns. Does it do the weird thing to the thread again?
It falls apart. Yeah, it loses its connection.
So then it does that. And
Wow.
I guess I don't understand. Maybe I'm not too understanding of what you mean by like divination.
They try to predict the future. They try to predict
Okay.
what... Because here, it's not your opinion that's dictating it. It's not... It seems to be based off of the true shape of the world. It's based in fact. That is no longer you, because you wiped away the horn, you see. So it's no longer a picture of you. It doesn't work for just pictures either. And she puts out the little bowl of soup, and then puts, which is tomato based, and puts out a tomato, and it draws a line.
So it's just it's divining who's connected, truthfully connected in some way.
The string itself is trying its best to find a balance. That's all I know.
Okay.
Of it.
Okay. I'll keep thinking on it.
Really quickly, because as someone else who also collected the golden stuff from when we went through the Fae, we went through that flower bed. Did we ever dictate why it went from flower to string? Because when I grabbed it, it was flower, but it became a string.
Yes,
Of
the
ritual
Yep,
of the alien tones?
The alien.
Ritual with the
Aeolian
specific-
tones. Yeah, good job.
Alien
You get
tones
inspiration. And
Thanks.
a
go.
keeper, like a spectral gardener.
Yeah, it was the guy in the ship.
I guess what I'm asking is, taking what we saw here and what's happening with Robin and the string, it doesn't seem just like we think divination is like fate and prophecy and what's next, but the basis of divination is truth. And is it trying to find the truth?
It's
Between
trying to
two
find
objects?
the truth. It knows the truth.
Yeah.
And is trying to, and its function is trying to just be balanced evenly between the two things that it is given to focus on.
So
Gotcha,
the elven lady that was bad was trying to use it to figure out who all was necessary to include in the plan in some way in order to balance her actions of her city.
Potentially.
Potentially.
May also be she would come to it for answers on any aspect of question that or tricky situation she was in. Because it would give her what it sees as the true shape of the world, if that makes sense.
So, question, because when I erased my face in her balance, it all went unbalanced. Does that mean that she needs me for some sort of bad plan?
Well, she's dead, so...
Well, that's true. But that doesn't mean that other people can't carry out a plan after someone is dead.
That's true.
I don't know, this is confusing.
know.
Can we get my brother back now?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Thank you for your patience, by the way. You've been incredibly sweet about this. Hey, you've been incredibly sweet about this. Thank you for helping me. And she's gonna turn
Thank you.
and walk.
Thank you for helping me get my brother back.
You're muted, buddy.
It's the infinite improbability engine from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I don't know. I
was
haven't
kind
seen
of
it.
getting that vibe too.
I haven't
Where
seen it.
it's like read the second book. This guy has the fastest ship in the universe, and the engine is powered on infinite improbabilities. And
Yeah.
it basically tell the computer where you need to be and when you need to be there, and it will calculate the improbability of you actually achieving that distance in that amount of time, and then make something equally as improbable occur to balance the universe. So the best example of it is, or the most popular example of it is, they are being targeted by missiles, and they're like, well, we need to not die. So tell the computer to get us to a place where we don't die. And that act is equally as improbable as, at the same exact moment, both of the missiles one turning into a whale and one turning into a pot of petunias.
That's how the
and
whale
both
came to
plummeting
be?
to the ground.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's the whale and the pot of petunias.
This is pointedly not that.
Well, it feels like it to me.
This is because think about this. Just above the table to talk about it a little bit. If you're a lord over a kingdom and you are listening to people, you're getting everyone's perspectives, but you're not getting any actual fact. You don't actually, unless you're going out into the kingdom, which you kind of don't want to do as a king generally. You need to know how things really look, how things really are in your kingdom. This is an abstract way of getting an insight into the true shape of what's going on in the kingdom right now. Regardless of anyone's opinion, it's the string's opinion, if you will, which is seemingly magically built to focus on fact, if that makes sense. Now, obviously, and just so it's said, this isn't like your truth is your truth. That is super valid and real and all that good stuff. That's not this is not a narrative against that at all. I just realized that's what it's saying. But this is a simple arcane compositing of a greater perspective based in the real shape of the world. And so you go there and you set up pictures of all the people that are important to your kingdom, and you see how they balance, and you see which connects to what, and you start trying to come up with answers. And so it's almost overly abstract and cryptic, which is why people are falling in love with it, which is why people are like, oh, I can use this because it will give me, in the same way that a person would go to soothsayer, perhaps.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it feels very tarot cardy.
It's a little
This
tarot
is the
card-y.
Reagans bringing in an official astrologer
Kinda.
to the White House to
A
make all their
divination.
decisions. Yeah.
CB, am I confusing you?
I have a lot of questions with it because I'm trying to figure out if the string is the catalyst or if the string is just showing you a way. If that makes sense. I think that's where I and Kazarick don't understand what the properties of the string is or the flower is. Like, what is it meant to be?
That has yet to be revealed
component?
to you.
Yeah. So that's what he's trying to figure. Like, what actually is? What is it? What? And obviously, experiment is going to help understand that. But right now, he thinks it's a component or potentially a catalyst. Like, if you think A plus B equals C, or not even like A plus B, to get to C, you have to go through A and B. He thinks that it's the B. He thinks you have to. This is just a thing to help it become C. That's what he thinks. But I don't know. We don't know yet.
Yeah. The answer will be found in its origins.
It's like,
So.
I don't know why that tickled my funny bone so much. When it did. Like,
It's a vibe. Because it's the answer will be found in its origins. Dope. Slay.
Neat.
It's a long shot in a nutshell. I'm here for it. Okay, we descend. You find the same network of lava tubes that you've been familiar with all this while. But these are a slightly different nick of the woods. A lot of glowing mushrooms here and small waterfalls. Kazric, you discover a mushroom that relies on salt water. Very confusing. And it's very lived in. You can see a mossy path that is tamped down as the party kind of in groups of two or single file weave their way down into the bowels of this island. And we go far deeper, much farther down than you knew or would have thought to be possible. You begin to feel the weight of rock overhead.
Like that.
You travel through chambers submerged, and good heavens. You travel through submerged chambers, and finally you come to these almost greenhouse feeling caverns. You're surprised because you can hear waves and various other dark tunnels winding through the place off into the distance. And you just feel like you've traveled so far. A mushroom circle is in this room. And with each distant crashing wave, a lap of water coats the area and then sinks back into that cave and then coats the mossy floor again. Sika, make an Arcana check. Struan straightens up, cracks her neck. Well, dears. If
24.
Okay.
nice.
That will be pertinent in a second. Well, dears. Don't blink. and she transforms, the teeth coming back out, the hair turning to seaweed and caking the body. And she goes about 17 feet, leaning down, clawed hands reaching down past the knees, gray and black, stretched skin, leathery and old, peek out from within, the singular one eye a pale light green. Where is the boy? Bring me this satyr. And Sorin kind of comes forward and gives Robin's hands a squeeze before stepping into the mushroom circle. We may not swear by the moon, for it is no longer with us. We may not swear by king, crown, or queen, for they have been brought low. We may not swear by the foot of the road, for even the dragons have been tamed. We swear by that which binds us. Vice, family, and friend. We swear by value, and we swear by virtue. You will come forward, Sorin. Your friends have much need of you. Your value is to be accounted for. Find the narrative, Sorin, as the name is said that third time. There's this bass in it, this rumble that starts to match the pace of the waves that slowly coat your feet. Shane, Sika registers this deep bassing Aeolian tone that is being provoked by Struin. The place is made like this massive, almost trumpeting, cavernous instrument that you're in. It's as if you were in this massive wind chamber, but there's no wind here. It's just that frequency of the pounding rhythm of the waves that you watch as she is essentially picking up and hurling with authority at Sorin. In the center of the circle, there's a crack that seems to appear from within, just floating within, and a second smaller crack, and then a fist breaks through, and then a satyr gingerly steps through the hole and looks back through it, reaches in, and brings back his coat, which he flaps off and begins to don. The mushrooms wilt, and Struin takes a step back and is suffers 2 levels of exhaustion.
I have a quick question.
Okay.
In my inventory specifically, I have a wilted mushroom. Do these look the same?
Yes.
Continue. Sorry. I was like, wait, hold up. Hamian, I got this from Hamian. What is this? Who got, okay. We're doing curse breaking. Okay, cool, great. He's going to take one of these wilted mushrooms to cross-examine.
You go to take one of the wilted mushrooms and you hear a from Amethyst.
Sorry, I'll wait till you're done.
Yeah. And she provides a different wilted mushroom. Those need to stay there.
He doesn't. Well, he was going to take that, but he doesn't want that one. He's going to wait till they're done, and then if you can win, he can take one of those. He shall, if possible.
Amethyst, or I would say Connie would nudge Robin. Go ahead.
I can. It's
Yeah.
not gonna like break it or
No,
anything.
you're good. We're done.
Robin like sprints and just tackles him.
Oh. Hey, sis. The satyr is a little bent over, but looks at you, takes you by the shoulders, and goes, "You're so tall.
I'm so mad at you.
I'm so sorry."
Why? How did you even let yourself get in that situation?
Three things all went wrong at the same time. That's how, and something he always used to say to you, for a disaster to occur.
Yeah. She was just kind of like, she's trying really hard to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
I missed you.
I missed you too. I thought about you every day.
I wrote you so many letters.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
He's gonna give you a big hug.
She's gonna hug him back, and she's like, I've been doing a lot of stuff.
I'll say,
And-
look at you.
But like, you can't go do it alone anymore.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. I'm so proud of you. I had no idea you were so powerful.
I didn't either. I turned into a seahorse. It was really scary for a little bit.
And this high laughter just soothes the room entirely. Oh, man. Oh, wow.
I really want to tell you about all the things that I've been doing. But she leans in and she whispers and she's like, the lady over there ate a baby, so I really want to go somewhere else.
Okay, yeah. And he's gonna look up and see the group. And I forgot to mention, the sword is not in his chest anymore. And
shit.
Where is it?
Yeah,
he
where is
has
it? Where the
in
heck is it?
hand, and,
Okay.
probably
But-
would have dropped it once he was through.
Hey,
But
Feff.
is it still
Yeah.
broken? Like it doesn't have the like hilt to it? Okay.
How does he look at Sicko?
Okay.
They're having
Robin-
their
Robin
happy
is-
moments. Keep their wholesome
Yeah.
moments.
Robin is gonna like keep her like arm. She's gonna like hook onto like one arm of his, but she's gonna turn and she's gonna be like, she's had her emotional reaction and she's like, okay, I want to get away from the lady now. And also like she understands the importance of we need to get out before those gates close.
Yeah. Thank you for the bit, Scotty. Welcome in. Sorin takes in the party and he sees Zito, and he does like a oh, you're here. Kind of like a that is you, kind of a thing, because he was able to see everyone earlier, but he looks at you and kind of nods. Doesn't know what to make of Kazric, but he's got a smile, just this big smile.
Kazric somehow has a bag of mini mushrooms. Not these mushrooms, different mushrooms. Mini mushrooms that mimic natural popcorn, and he's just eating. And he hands it to Zito. He wants some. Some good soup.
Amazing.
They're good.
He looks to Sika, and he's going to kind of do the satyr sprint forward, and go grab you by both shoulders and be like, "It's been so long."
Incredibly long.
How are you? Thank you.
I wish I had better answers. For now, just be happy with the fact that you're here.
I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Raises an eyebrow at your necklace, and he points at it and goes, "Good to see you're keeping up with things. I take it. Sika's a new one.
Sorry?
Sika is a new one. The name. Why that one?
Yeah. It's just fitting at the moment.
Just give you a big hug.
He'll hug back and just feels the sense of the closest sense of home that he's got. That hug.
Okay.
I'm gonna cover Robin's eyes when they embrace.
Stop! It's gross. You're gonna get boogers on your head. Stop it, Zito.
Do you like
She
it? though?
does. She doesn't move his hand. She keeps it there.
Yeah, he says to Sorin, like, do you like it though? I
Yeah.
had a good sense of.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Oh,
I like it a lot. It's a good one.
good. He just takes a step back from the hug, and it's just like, I don't even know what to say. It's just nice not feeling alone.
Kind of grabs the top of your head. Buddy, you gotta look around more. You gotta look around more, buddy. I keep telling you this, and
Just goddamn it.
I would like food. if that's all right.
Hands the bag of
Yeah.
natural popcorn that's totally
Thanks.
just small mushrooms. You're welcome.
All right. I mean, we should probably get out of here. Your mission report's due at 0500 tomorrow morning, so
Oh, I'm not going back.
yeah, that's a good answer.
Let's go
I
to
need
break.
you to do one thing though. So.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead.
Oh, that just
Okay, we'll cover that upstairs. For now, we go back.
Yes.
Holding Robin's hand.
Stop.
And we're back. Soren's just beaming at Robin, and then looks up to continue the conversation with Sika.
Sika is just gonna be like, get close, a little bit closer to him, just so it's more of a private conversation. Like, did you hear it where you were? The sound. When they were channeling to bring you, the alien tones were singing.
No, I didn't. I did hear another thing though.
What?
You had a brush with death. I saw that happen. In a far away, roundabout way, but I saw when she intervened on your behalf.
Okay. I was so worried about that thing entirely, and to know that they were there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes so much more sense. Now, I saw family. I think they were family. But there is so many of us. Sorry, me. There are so many of me, but not me, around us. And I couldn't get a direct look. Every time I looked, it would change. It would
It's
move.
all astral, man. It's gonna be a lot, yeah.
I didn't know what to do while I was there, but I thought
What happened? What did it look like?
we were in what would be space. And there were the lights and colors everywhere, but it was cracking and shrinking. And they had multiple knees around leading to them, but they were just this massive, oddly welcoming being that I couldn't get a direct look at. But what I did before I left was I snapped, and I tried to perform for them my own alien tone. And I'm not sure what it did, but it echoed everywhere.
That's amazing.
It went
If
so
I had
far.
to guess, if I had to guess, because it's about cosmic balance, right?
Yes.
I would say that it was about genealogy or bloodline, but that doesn't work for you because frequent. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It was gorgeous, but between that, the alien tones that I found when we were on the bridge, and then now the alien tones here with the waves, I know there's something there.
It makes sense to me, man.
I don't. It's just a lot, and I just thought perhaps wherever you were, you may have heard it too, but I guess not. But if you heard what you heard, then that means that snap went farther than I imagined. So, who knows? Sorry.
We'll find out sooner or later.
Yeah.
Claps you on the shoulder. Gives you a back scratch.
See, it's just so fantastic. I'm being too eager. I need to calm. I'm being too eager.
No, it's a good thing. He yells so that it echoes back. Oh, we're in
Okay, it's a
danger,
good thing.
aren't we?
Oh.
I forgot about all the context we went through. It's okay, it happens. He's going to actively pick up Robin and put him on his back so that he can do his like satyr loping skip thing.
I'm not.
I'm sorry. I just didn't want to leave you.
You're not leaving me, but I am an adult.
All right, carry me then. He's gonna climb on your back.
Okay, you're so happy.
You got this. He's not huge, you know what I mean? He's half goat.
My strength is +0, but I'll do my best.
I would say you can't skip, but you can easily have that moment of like and he's just like all right.
Throws him off.
Okay. Moving down the way a bit. You guys are able to return to the tavern. As people are heading up, Zito is always the last one to go in. So Sorin kind of hangs back a bit until it's just you two at the bottom. And he goes, "What's your count up to?"
Oh. I stopped counting after 149. And that was what?
I never got
My
to have
first
the
month
transition.
here.
Okay. I never got to have the transition to that. I was wondering at what point it would switch for you to go from having the numbers in hand, you know, and then eventually you're just not able to count.
Well,
Make-
on some level, there are those of us that have to be, or get to be, depending on your perspective, just constantly in the shit for weeks at a time. And it would be easier to count the meals you can have. Those are much fewer and far between.
Yeah, it's I guess it's just different from my end of things. And as he goes on up, make a history check as you try to recall what the fuck he's talking about.
I just assumed he was talking about kills.
He is.
Okay. 17. History.
Sorin never had a first kill to count. He had a first 500. And didn't bother counting that first 500. He wasn't the type to always be in the shit. He was an orchestrator of other mage breakers who went into the shit. So for him,
so he was he oversaw a lot, but didn't do any himself.
Well, he was able to get in there, and he does all that, and he's a capable fighter. But yes, he was very much a schemer and a planner and a strategist.
He's an officer.
Yeah, I guess. You don't know what the story was, but he was directly involved with like you don't know if it was a bombing or like a massive plague or like some kind of act of mass death under his hand. That's what he was up to those days. So
okay.
he's looking at you like, you had one kill after another, and eventually you weren't able to keep count. I just never was able to count from the beginning. Kind of a moment.
In that case, my answer to how many am I up, or how many am I up to, I would have changed it to, I don't know, I stopped counting after 501.
Perfect.
Took me 3 months.
Claps you on the shoulder, laughs with you, heads on up. Okay. The party gets a long rest.
Yay!
What's that like?
Okay, before the long rest, she is just going to take that time to use one of her wild shape to introduce Sorin to Darko officially. Because I don't want to use it and then have to need it.
Oh, he's toasty, isn't he? He's toasty.
Yeah.
Oh,
he is
man.
Such a good boy. I made a wish on a very cold night on a star that I saw in the sky, and
Wow.
he was my answer. He was my gift.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Wait, what? Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He can't be around all the time. He's only around for kind of short periods of time, but like.
Okay.
But whenever I wish for him, he's here.
Amazing. Is it like a it's not faith-based, it'd be like a willpower. How does this work? This power that you've been growing? Did you find a djinn or something?
Stifles a chuckle at that question.
What?
No. Please. I would love to hear how you think you're doing this.
apparently I am a druid and a prodigy or whatever, but I don't know what that means.
You hate the woods.
It's not that funny. I know it doesn't make sense. It's not that funny.
It's a little funny.
It's pretty funny.
Shut up.
I'm sorry.
Zip it.
I'm sorry.
Cast. No.
Zito like points a thumb over at Kazric and goes, "Yeah, and the scientist loves the woods. It's a weird thing."
Science?
That's...
If we are about to be in long rest territory, Kazric would be not necessarily active in this conversation. He's listening, but he has the blue crystal in front of him. He has the pink crystal in front of him. He has some of this golden thread, and his entire alchemy kit, along with Reggie, who is helping him set things up. You just gave me bingo! Finally! I'm very excited. It's my first bingo of the entire game.
That's amazing.
But currently just he is in mode. He has like the little goggles and things to like magnify and testing like different components, having Reggie literally spit on things, just like trying to see what he can combine, what he can do. He's just trying to understand everything now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh man, you remind me of like an artificer, but it's just the liquids. It's all the sticky bits.
Oh, I can tinker a little bit, but
Cool.
One moment, Reggie, can you? And Reggie just like picks up with the thread and like licks it and then puts it back down. And I go, yeah, just yeah, I guess it's tinkering, but more with the natural world, not with like
Oh, nice.
unnatural stuff. I guess. Technically, metals and woods is all natural too, but
The bones of the earth, some say.
sure. Yeah, I'm trying to. And he picks up the pink crystal. I have a theory because picks up the blue crystal. This is owned by someone, and I can't do anything much with it. It is really
Person
licks it,
who made that. Oh. Yeah, he like takes a step back as you lick it.
and this is the electric one, so I'm sure you get like a tingle.
No, he wouldn't. But as you are not, the specifics haven't been met to render that. But he definitely takes a step back. Goes, oh, is the person who made that still alive?
This one probably.
Good.
This one though, the pink one, we just got it from the lady, and I'm wondering if actually, Zito, before you go to sleep and before your wound's fully closed, can I reopen one? I need a little bit of blood. I'll put
He's
it back.
cool. I like him.
Before Zito answers that, can he sense any life essence in those crystals?
Yes.
I assume because the blue one was Locks.
No, Thanagar.
Yeah? No, we got it from.
Got it from Locke. Locke stole it from Thanagar.
But it's Thanagar, yeah.
Okay, right. Does the pink one have like a lot more essence in it that I can sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Casper touching this with his bare hands?
Yes.
And nothing is happening.
Correct.
Because it no longer has an owner?
Actually, sorry, there would be significantly less in it now, but yes, there is still a good bit in it, and the criteria has not been met for him to be the one that can access the healing within. He has to pour his half of the stored life essence that is stored within has to be from him, and then he can access it.
Yeah, And this is
Kazakh doesn't know that yet.
absolutely a little bit of metagaming, but I think the first time we came across one of these crystals last season or season before, someone touched one and immediately all of their life just started being drained into it.
Yes, this is true. That is because they did not know how to do so and had stumbled upon the means of which to do so.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna reach for the pink crystal and just go, may I?
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Look at it, feel it.
Well,
Probably not gonna lick it.
no, I mean, well, it helps sometimes, but I guess you probably don't have the same tongue that I have. And he will put the crystal in Zito's hand.
Can I try to pull the life essence out of it?
You would fail.
Okay.
But you sit there and try to do so. And you may not. You cannot.
What are you doing?
Well, this is my first time truly seeing any sort of life essence manipulation in a plane of existence that I am not from.
They put it in a rock. It's in a rock here.
It's fascinating. I'm trying to see if the things that I know about life essence manipulation I can do with this.
Uh-huh.
Can I try to put some of mine in?
Mm-hmm. We are, yeah. How much would you like to pour into it?
Well, we're about to get a long rest, and I will let that influence my decision. Five hit dice.
Okay. Kazric, you watch the crystal, this kind of clearish pinkish crystal, faintly glow as Zito seems to physically diminish somewhat. Not quite like gaining levels of exhaustion, but synonymously. There is a draining before you.
What did you do? You look weak or weaker.
Well, it seems I cannot pull Lady Elstro's life essence from this crystal, but I can put mine into it.
No.
Freely, it seems. I can control the amount that goes in and out.
So it needs life
Fascinating.
essence. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because when I took some of your blood and it formed into that little whatever it was, it was like it went into the blue one. Can I do that? Is that where it starts? Can I have it back?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And he takes it and if you put yours in, does it mean you own it now, or?
You are still unable to pull from it. So
Either. Well, I have a couple of ideas. I'm not so much the idea guy, so much as I am a throw the spaghetti at the wall until it sticks kind of person. Either that crystal belongs to Lady Elsro, and that's that. Or I simply have to put more of my own life essence into it. Must she be dead for long? Or must I just jockey for position inside of the crystal itself? Who knows?
I think you can probably see on, because Kazric has a negative in charisma, so he can't hide a lot. You can clearly see annoyance isn't the right word, but
Exasperation.
no. He had a hope to have a clear, because knowing that with Thanagar couldn't do anything with it, he had a chance for an empty or one that he could manipulate with Lady Elsro's death. So in a way, Zito almost taking that from him and becoming the new owner of the crystal is, you can tell that he is like, oh, my experimenting is being put on pause.
Make a history check.
Yeah. 25.
25. Healing comes from a tier 1 crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Zito has pointed out how the tier 1 crystal works, a part of how it works, has concluded of how a part of it works, but has not made any change or claim to this crystal by doing so. He's added to the store within, but he remains not in control of it or its attunement, if you will.
But only because he hasn't put enough in, from what Kazric thinks.
Okay.
Because from what Kazric knows, you have to be the sole owner, as in you have to have the majority within. I guess
Do you think Kaz would be able to put together the idea of, like, if Zito does gain control of it, he would then be able to drain everything out of it, and then you would have an empty crystal?
He doesn't know if that's possible, because he just saw that you couldn't get something out of it. So he's also mostly now wondering if Zito wants this crystal.
Is this information in the book that we found at all off of, like, Locke that has the, like, studying of the crystal?
Yep.
Like,
it is.
Is there a page that's like, once you put in more than half you can take out?
It's very cryptic.
Okay.
So continuing to dive into that book might eventually reveal that. I'm so sorry. Sorin is indicating also that he has some insights on the crystal. Excuse me.
I think what is mostly to make sure it's clear, Omega has more information and understanding about what the crystal needs to do. Kazric is seeing someone potentially take the crystal away from him.
Interesting.
Kazric thinks that Zito wants the crystal, and he's not. It's kinda.
In a more amoral way.
Do I stop my experiment on this one to let Zito have this one? Will I have another chance to, ma'am? Will I have another chance to get a crystal? But you can just see that he is like moral conjure. Like, what do I do? Because he just so easily put something into it where Kazric was trying to figure it out.
Zito, you note that you have completely jarred Kazric in this moment, and Kazric is somewhat reeling, and you don't fully understand why right away, but Kazric cannot hide their emotions from their face, and so you begin to piece together the offense.
If you want it, I can find
Did that?
another one. I think.
Oh, no, I don't care about the crystals.
Oh,
I mean, to me, every living thing is a crystal.
that's not factually true. Unless it is. No, just
Not so much that, but do you trust me?
Yes.
That
was a very faltery yes.
I'm gonna slowly.
Yeah, you can
reach
tell
out
that
a
this is
hand.
like a kid who was like suddenly being like, yeah, yeah, a little bit. He's like, oh, do I?
I'm
Buddy!
gonna slowly reach out a hand toward Kazric's shoulder and try to take just a very small amount of your life essence. So it'd be a Constitution saving throw that I guess you can choose to fail if you'd like, but
I don't know if I have the ability. Funnily enough, I rolled well. I think I don't know if he has the willpower to attempt to succeed. If that makes sense.
that is interesting.
Yeah, I don't think he knows what's happening. So I think he's caught off guard.
Would you say you're a touch overwhelmed?
A touch?
Well, I don't want to dictate.
You are
Touch
taking
over-
not to make it so like base, but like to put it in another perspective, because chat and past streams have also caught it. You have taken the fidget toy away from the autistic kid. You've
I mean,
taken
I did give the crystal back at the end of my
Yes.
little thing, but
It's
I just
still
want to make sure I
throwing
didn't
him
know
for a
that
bit of a
got cut off.
loop.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now it feels different.
Now it feels
the
different.
texture is
No,
wrong.
What do
but
you
that's
mean
it.
you wore my
Now it
socks?
feels different.
You motherfucker! I can't wear
Now it
these
feels
anymore.
different. He doesn't know if he. Yeah.
I would have just taken like 2 of your hit dice.
Ow.
Ooh, so your hit point max goes down.
It wouldn't affect his hit point max yet.
Actually,
Just
we just in this world, after we had discussed a few ideas, I determined that I like for the campaign that this is going in for reasons that will make sense down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Your hit point max, Kazric, goes down by Zito.
2d whatever.
Yeah.
So you'd roll two of your actual hit dice.
You muted.
Sorry, I knew it was, and I was talking anyway. Let me actually, before I actually start calculating, since this is before the long rest, will I get those hit dice back, or?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna roll 15 right
Your hit point maximum goes down until a long rest, and then it goes back up.
Okay. I think probably like a long chill goes through him, and he is still shocked. He doesn't know what's happening, or he knows what's happening, but he's not able to.
Do you make the connection though that to Zito, people are crystals?
Yes. Yeah. He understood that. But I mean, it's really what Taylor said. It's things just feel different. And he's holding the crystal. And okay. Well, I think I need to do more experimenting.
Let me know if you want me to try to teach you any of that.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a yes of acknowledging that you heard what I was saying, or a yes of you want me to teach you? Because I could not tell.
I understand.
Got it.
Cool. Yeah. you kind of see him like stare at. Oh God, he stares at the crystal for a bit, and he goes back to his little spot, slightly getting separated from people. And he places the crystal down and slightly pushes it away, and he looks at the golden thread instead and starts to just focus his experimenting for tonight on that. It feels like a foreign object to him right now.
Interesting.
And he will just do what he can with the thread tonight.
Okay. Amethyst takes Sika aside. How are you? Are you okay?
I'm good.
Good.
Overwhelmed, but good.
You need to make sure you're thinking of the next step. We will be leaving soon ourselves. Likely
Right.
the thorn and the various houses will descend upon this place soon.
I'm probably going to be making my way to Karn. Okay, I said it wrong. I'm trying my best.
You're good. Karn's a good place.
I have this invisible pole that wants me to go there. Well, I trust it.
Play it like a fiddle.
But I will do just that. Yeah. Look at you being a matchmaker like that.
Produces drinks.
I actually owe you something still. I promised you a dragon ritual, didn't I?
That's right.
And as I stated from the beginning of that, whatever you feel is worth, I'll leave it in your hands. And so Sika is then going to go into a great detail of before he dies, but he's not letting us like, I just wanted you to know that this is what killed me.
Wow.
I performed this. I guess the room may have been special. But fire destroyed me upon doing it.
Okay, well, careful.
I had this cloak. I saw the cloak.
I think it was given to the House Ryx.
The one you were wearing burnt
When I died.
up.
You do have a
Burnt up,
cube
burnt to a crisp.
or an orb of someone does have damage negation.
I
But
do.
okay. Likely just performing the dance will not incinerate you.
Okay. So I'll just so you know, this means a lot to, I guess, my heart, considering it was one of the last few things I did. But there was lots of song in my head when I donned this cape, and I tried my best to understand them, but I don't speak dragon. It's not yet, at least. And so, but here you go. So he's going to perform.
Roll a performance.
Oh God, please let me. Not 20.
Let's go.
And so that'll be 35.
Okay. Oh, goodness. Moving and dancing, spinning and moving throughout the space, it is a perfect recalling of the action. And when you finish, there's an applaud. I will cherish that forever. Thank you. You are incredible.
It was a little scary, I won't lie. But I just was half expecting to burst into flames the second I finished. And he then will, I said, I don't speak Draconic, but here, and I will hand her a sheet written with the words that like the tones of his voice as in notes on a score. for her to
Excellent.
match the room,
Thank
so
you.
that she would have that. And but that's what I have.
I would steer clear of the hag in Cairn
Why?
because he's not going to be happy. Sorry, she's not going to be happy about what we did.
You mean our little bond?
Yeah, that. But the
Even though it's
ire will be
temporary?
directed at Struan. Simply ensure you stay out of her way.
Well, I will do what I can, and if it comes to where I pass by with them, I will do my best to make peace. I can understand ties and stuff, but I hoped that what we did, knowing that it was simply only temporary and nothing taken from you in that sense, or the others of your ring, that I hope that they would still be okay with that. But I will make sure.
Eleanor is self-serving in all things. She watches the boats at the bottom of the port come and go. That is her domain. Don't give her a reason to use you.
Reason will use me. Well, in a sense of confidence, she can sure try. But either way, I will definitely respect anyone of your coven that you are part of, even ones I have not met.
Very good.
And I mean that truthfully. So if you ever talk before me, get the at least you have
Just
the
giving
name.
you a bit of the lay of the land, dear.
And sorry, you said that they watch the ports,
Cairn is a port city.
right? So she watches the
Those
waterways, I'm assuming.
shallows are her waters.
Okay. So don't swim. Got it.
Don't swim to the bottom.
Okay. Doable. By choice. But yeah, so when it comes to this, I hope that if I find any other dragon magics, that I can surely shelf them towards you.
Absolutely. I'll let you know where I end up setting up shop.
For sure. Who knows, maybe... I'm assuming if I was to say anything, a conversation with Struan one day about her otherworldly knowledge would be one that I would love to enjoy.
I'll keep that in mind. The other hags are going to be most displeased with her. And
He
that's
just
where
nods and-
you get to make your exit, dear. Time has been lovely,
Yes,
but
I'm
I think
sorry.
some time away would be best for your safety.
You have a strong point there. I will make sure that things hopefully go good, because I don't want to die again.
Straightens your cloak.
Right. Oh, she straightens me close.
Yeah. All right.
Please be well.
Likewise, dear. And she walks away. Girls. Sister. We must away. Cody sits up and goes, I want to go with them. You would toss your years of training aside incomplete? I mean, I'd come back. Very well. If they'll have you. Be safe, though. Struan kind of cackles in the corner. And they begin to pack up and take their leave. Coterie kind kind of looks at you all, somewhat embarrassed.
Well, don't be standing there too long.
Are you sure? We've been getting into some kind of scary situations, Coterie. We haven't really been in the safest of areas, and I have a feeling it's not going to get any safer. I don't want you to get hurt.
I just need some time away from them. I don't think I'll stay with you guys for too long, but I didn't lie to her. I'm gonna stretch my wings a bit and see this world outside of a singular dogma, maybe.
Well, if there's anything you need, I'll happily help.
Thank you.
How old are you?
How old are you?
You don't get to ask me that question right after I've asked you that question.
I'm 15. Robin, she's younger than you.
That's fine.
It just catches you a little off guard. And you have that moment that
I'm an
around
adult.
your age where you're
She's
like,
a child.
yeah.
Children exist even when I'm an adult.
You note that you've grown.
Robin,
Zito smiles
Robin starts
politely.
to like calculate her own birthday in her head, and you like notice when she's like they're saying that she kind of just goes to like a. And she just kind of like quietly doesn't say anything.
Okay.
But anyone who notices sees that she has a reaction to that question.
Zito will smile politely at Cody after saying 15. Is she Colleen's niece?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Adopted
With
daughter
that in
to
mind.
Struan the Hag.
With that in mind, I'll just and then go. I'm gonna go take a walk real quick, and then he just very slowly
Colleen's
and quietly just. Yeah. Okay.
Cousins? Oh yeah,
Colleen's
cousins.
cousin.
Not niece.
Close enough.
That's right.
Just very slowly and quietly, just smiles and then shuffles towards the door, and then walks out the door.
Okay.
And not at all muffled. You just fuck. Then I come back in like 30 seconds later.
Before Zito
Happy
comes
to
back
have
in,
you.
Robin leans over after hearing it to Coterie and is like, I think he likes your cousin.
We can make that work.
We're definitely gonna make that work.
All right.
Okay. We're like, I reach my hand out for like a little pinky promise.
She does not take it.
Dang it! Come on, be cute with me, Cody!
Roll persuasion.
Be cute with me, Cody!
Goths have standards.
26!
Damn
be
it.
cute with me!
She goes, takes your pinky. Just been a bit off.
Robin understands that doing the thumb kiss seal is pushing it too far, so she does.
Did a person in a coven just make a bond?
Parent trap. Parent trap.
Zito, you step outside. You cuss loudly and feel the better for it. You take your small walk, and you realize subconsciously you kept moving yourself, like if you were to go right or left, whatever direction is towards the bridge. That is all. You come back in.
Smile at Cody. Happy to have you.
Cody looks to Kazric. What do you say, Kazric?
I need to roll. Okay. Turns his head slightly. Yeah, that's fine. Back to.
Sika, you come into the room. I'm coming with you. So where are we going?
I want to get across the bridge. And he looks at the others like, I don't know where you guys plan to go after this, but I need to make my way to Karen.
That's it.
We needed to talk to Braylord?
That is one of the things, yeah.
Yeah.
Lord
I
Braylord,
believe our
is
next destination-
is not on the bridge at this time.
No more?
Right, that is correct. I was informed. of
Locke's
this,
on the
wasn't
bridge,
I?
though. So if you want to scoop Locke and bring him with you, then you'll need to at least send for him or something like that if you want to teleport out of there. But otherwise, yeah, bridge is the fastest route. You could try to book a boat or various teleportation connections, but Lord Braylor would, or at least stopping through the bridge would be a solid amongst allies, safe, passage kind of situation.
I know a little bit of sense where it goes through Sika. I bet he's like, what about the bad guy? The one we don't like. The one who's currently dead.
Oh, I definitely heard like the one that's turning into the thing.
Yeah.
Holic.
There was definitely like a
Leshen.
scream or something when his mom died. Wasn't there? There was some big yell.
Yeah.
I feel like that was that going bad.
Are there people in the tavern? Oh, hell of a
No, it's closed. Yeah. She's the one who said
Hell of a
Leshen.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, sorry.
No, you're good.
Did you hear a scream while we were inside of that key?
Yes. I haven't left this room, though. I've been staying here. Fights have broken out all throughout the city. It's chaos.
So we'd have to sneak our way over to the church.
It sounds like the city is exactly the same as before we walked into the keep, then, and nothing has actually changed. That is good to know.
Coterie says that's nope. Everyone was acting a specific set of ways. The only person that's got any weight now would be... Shoot, I had the name. I wrote it down and everything.
Shad Khan? Shaka Khan?
You're
You're
close.
Genghis Khan?
I wrote it down.
Donkey
and
Kong?
everything.
Guild Shad?
No.
That's the name that I was trying to go for.
I'm so upset. I wrote it
Meta
down and
World
everything.
Peace?
How have I done this?
Formerly
Did you?
known as Dennis Rodman?
Criminal Underbelly.
No.
Isaac
Meta Archives.
Bowman.
Bowman!
Ah.
I still gotta give him the thread thing, but now I don't know if I wanna. I didn't steal anything else in the woods that would have been
Everyone else.
good for him.
No one's telling them what to do. It's gonna be a lot.
No one tells them what to do, and then they all just kind of fall apart.
Or only the bad guy, only the Bowman guy told them what to do.
The only one who's still got
Either.
their business in operation with any power in the city would be Bowman. Says
Well,
Cody.
then we can go talk to Bowman. I know I have an in with him. I was working on a job for him.
You were what?
Oh, no.
Let's grab our second break there.
I'm sick.
You know that the 2-1 did continue on yesterday. CB carried that mantle for you in your name.
In different languages.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And we're back. Okay. The question becomes, where do we go now? Or we're feeling like taking the bridge?
I want to go to the church, to be fair.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Is there any, church, anything else you guys want to do in city? The longer we're here, the more intense shit is going to get.
Yeah, we gotta get the fuck out. Yeah.
So there's a bit of a fuse on it. But Ben.
I would love to get my contract.
So everyone's gearing up to head out. You think this might be the time? You can see that Sorin's kind of feeling
This is probably something
where
that
the
would
hole
bring
used to
up
be in his chest.
Last night before we go to sleep,
Okay.
I would let him know, like, hey, I probably would have. I would have come find you, regardless, had I known that you were whatever the fuck you were. I'm not sure, actually. But the real reason I even found out you needed to be found was because I'm pretty sure my contract is up.
Oh.
But I don't have a physical copy of it.
Well,
I was mostly just summoned here and then blown up in a tree immediately.
Thankfully for you, Thankfully for you, there are people like me. And he pulls out a rock, and he rolls his eyes back into his head, and you watch as he runs his thumb along these runes, and this tiny little, just kind of tubular-esque, like one of those alt D4s. You know what I mean? It's kind of not pyramid shape, but kind of elongated. And you watch as he accesses his personal archives, his personal copy of certain archives and things. And he sits there and he's reading things out loud, and eventually he goes, well, you know, the tricky thing is with these kind of things is that everything used to be under the structure of the chained circle, and then when that all went kaput and we were repurposed over to war, that means we adopted a new chain of command, a new way of doing things. So I'm looking at the old stuff. What you tell him what year, and you give him a bit more information. Huh. And you said you read this before you signed it? As his eyes.
Well, I at least skimmed it. I remember my eyes seeing the page before the pen does. But of
There's
course,
a fun little phrase in there about what happens if the person you were working under perishes. The term used is in perpetuity.
Oh, no.
Why did I know that is exactly what you're about to say?
Oh no.
to whom?
That means you're bound to this military campaign indefinitely. It's a clause that keeps people from... It keeps the other person in the scenario safe from murder for early release. I can write it out for you if you like.
No.
And I mean, first of all, thank you. I hear what you're saying about you would have came to save me anyway. But I admit I was wondering what would have pulled you away from the proverbial front. So, couple of options off the cuff. The easiest one that I would think to is A, go find that corpse and bring him back so he can release you. Wherever that corpse would be. But if I'm be real with you, my guy, what's stopping you from just going home? Like, really? Like, physically?
I gave my word when I signed this contract that I would fulfill my contract.
To the bad guys who were killed by the good guys? You're not even fighting on the team you were summoned for. The higher ups just got shuffled and kept the machine moving.
Well, that's, yeah, the military-industrial complex.
Yeah. Nods knowingly.
But at the end of the day, has the attack against the people that live in this land changed at all?
No, in fact, if you were going to find that corpse, you might have to go behind enemy lines. What is now Elven territory.
Wouldn't be my first time.
Yeah.
What I am saying to you is that though this contract is legally binding to my chain of command, my service, what I do here, my purpose, my heart, and my motivation for being here, that's tied to the people.
I respect that, and certainly appreciate it and benefit from it. Just...
The top is what lets me leave. The bottom is why I stay.
You also end the war somehow.
Oh. Okay. I'll do that then.
Okay.
You should have led with that. Ugh. Ending a war is way easier than finding my new S3. Are you shitting me?
I don't know if that's true. I mean, you'd have to assassinate, I guess, the least you're... That ain't gonna work. I don't see any situation where you try to quickly end the war panning out with all of us still breathing.
Oh. I said it would be easier to end a war than to find my S3. I didn't add any of the other stipulations of how quickly it needed to be done. Or about who needed to live to see the end of it.
Then it's back to the front with you?
At this point, I feel like the front is coming back to me.
It does get like that the higher up you go, I've noticed.
And for the last little bit, I have been actively avoiding throwing myself into battles because I was thinking that my contract was over and I was close to going home. But now that I know my only way home is thousands of deaths.
He nods as a person who has also taken thousands of lives.
You've given me clarity.
Well, good.
And I have so much rage.
Those stories are
all
true,
right,
huh?
I'm gonna get some sleep.
Okay.
I just love the idea of like, this is the person that's been watching me.
Sir. Okay. Yeah, Sorin the Satyr does clop back over to you, Robin, and go, that is a big angry person.
Yeah, isn't he great?
He's the held breath before an avalanche. That's what he is. That's what he is right now. Do you know about?
I've seen him get real mad.
Okay, but like how mad?
He can't even. He like when you know when like you get mad and you're like and then you can like not
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he just and then it takes a while to even.
Oh my god, the stories are true. Do you know? He kind of says it a little quieter. It kind of moves in a little quieter. Do you know the stories of Zito?
I know that he was in the war, and he explains that the thingies on his arm are how many people that he was in charge of, which doesn't make sense because I feel like he shouldn't be in charge of that many people. But and then I asked if I could be if he could teach me, and he was like no, and then now we're here. But no, I've been trying to get into the war. I've been trying to find a position in so I can be helpful and so that people can respect me and all that sort of stuff, so I could find you. So no, I haven't heard any stories because no one has taken me seriously.
Okay.
So everyone thinks I'm a kid.
I say this to you
not a kid.
as seriously as possible. There are other ways to find self-worth and validation from others than what he and I have been through.
I wasn't looking for self-validation for others. I was looking for the easiest way to make the people that worked with you and under you and above you and for you to listen to me for 2 goddamn seconds.
Sorry,
Because they didn't care about somebody that was on their team and that was supposed to be helping them. Nobody was helping me find you. So I thought if I got power in some way, I can at least make them see me as something other than a kid.
I hear that. I had a knee-jerk reaction to the idea of you being involved with the war, and I should not look at you as a child. You're right. I apologize.
And I'm a good fighter.
Zito has the entire family of Oak on his list.
Okay.
He has killed so many elves.
Haven't you also killed a lot of people?
Yeah.
So why does that matter? If we're suddenly supposed to start caring about other people's lives, then why is there a war going on at all?
How angry have you gotten, Zito? Have you seen Zito?
Have I seen? Well, the one time I think he got the angriest, I almost drowned because I got put under the water under the cave. So medium angry?
Okay. The avalanche.
Uh-huh.
The other version of Zito.
Mm-hmm.
Reportedly, if he is angry enough, cannot determine friend from foe.
Oh.
There is a monster in there.
I'll just run away if he gets that angry.
And if you trust him, I trust you. So, but you should know that sounds like he's got a fantastic handle on himself. I've never seen a barbarian with so much self-control and reservation, but
every time that Zito has gotten really angry, it's definitely been in a way where I've been away or, you know, hidden in a different area or pushed down into a safe location or things like that. So I I trust that while he has sense of who's friend or foe, that he does what he needs to for his friends to not get in his way.
Maybe that's why he was always put in small groups. All right. Well, sounds like we've got it working. And if it ain't broke...
I mean, if you tell me that we shouldn't go with him, then I won't go with him.
I trust you. He looks at you for a bit. I trust you.
Okay.
And after the conversation I just had with him, I trust he's a man of his word. Goodness.
Uh-huh.
Genuinely convicted of what he's doing. So.
Uh-huh.
Onward, I guess. Looks at you with a shaky smile, like a nervous smile.
No. Do you remember anything when you were in the beer realm and like traveling with us?
I couldn't see too well, and I couldn't fully understand what was going on for the most part.
Gotcha.
Why do you ask?
I was just curious. I didn't know how much interaction you've had with Zito outside of just those little bit of times.
Yeah, I met him a few times, and it was usually while he was fully caked in blood, coming back from work. Big old smile on his face. So?
Yeah, he gets that way.
All right. Well, I'm glad he's on our side.
Mm-hmm.
A little shaken. He's gonna get up and finish, the night out. And if there's anything else anyone would like to do, we will set off.
Kazric would have been putting his energy and efforts elsewhere from the crystal. It's actually worked out perfectly in a way, so but just because I think he needs just a full reset on what to do with that. So he's been thinking about a lot of other stuff that he's collected, even like some of the trash and pieces of destroyed wood, metal, all the stuff that he has just collected, whether in the keep or in the tavern that they're in. As he is, for lack of a better word, designing new explosives. He has interest in the blood-soaked. Not that the blood matters, but it might, because it might be life essence. But the vines and thorns that he grabbed, he would have specifically at some point asked Robin for some paint.
Sure.
If you have something like silver or something like that.
Yes, yeah, I definitely have silver in my forgery kit, because sometimes in some of the certain seals they have like a little bit of silver in some of the wax that they use, and I can only afford cheap wax. But I found if I put a little bit of silver ink in with the wax or the forgery, then it makes it the correct color. But yeah, I got silver ink like right here that can be turned into a paint. If you need, I have this other medium here that can be mixed together. It makes it a little bit thicker if you need like a thicker paint. That's what I used to coat my hands so that I could help Sorin.
No. You see him literally just take a little bit, if it's like a powder or whatever it is. He just like puts a little bit into what seems to be like a bunch of wood chips that are just all broken and splintered. And he said, yeah, just have an idea. But thank you. And just a bunch of the stuff that he is just trying to figure out. And as he's doing this, he'll look every now and then. He'll look at the golden thread, and he'll look back at Sika. And then he'll look back at the golden thread, and he'll keep doing something else. And then he'll look back at Sika. And then he'll just keep doing things. But that's really all he's doing. He's just doing his own prep work for his bomb bases with some ideas from other things. And he pretty quiet though. I'm not gonna lie. Other than what you just said with Robin and things.
What's your passive insight, Sika? Sorry, go ahead, Kazar.
No worry. I was just saying that he's typically kind of a chipper and almost like happy working song type of guy. And not today.
Oh,
You need me to roll that or just what my passive insight
Passive insight.
is? 16.
16. You make a point throughout this campaign to constantly be checking in on people and making sure they're good. So you, I think, it takes a little while, but you're like, did Kazra just look at me? No. Did he? See? He is looking at me.
Okay. So Sick will walk over and just be like, is everything good?
You probably got him in the mix of like shaking up the silver. No, probably he's probably putting some of the broken thorns and vines into one of his little concoction spaces, and he just everything's okay. I think we are just heading out somewhere. I don't know where we're going.
Okay. Well, full transparency. Saya looking at me a little bit. Tosses her back a bit. But
I would just what is like music for you?
ow. It's probably just as much joy as you get seeing a failure or a creation to your experiment, knowing the outcome that you just learned. Music to me is just a feeling, and knowing to myself that everything can be music is life and death. Because just either controlled or not controlled. It's whimsical and free, but dangerously contained.
And how do you create music?
Your intent. So it could be your action of your action in one moment could set a song that won't even be sung for years to come. So it's based on, if you wish to try and control music, what your initial desire is to it. So if you wanted to create a melody that had everything in sync, harmony, no tones off in any way, that is your goal. That is what you're creating. And then if you wanted to elevate that to a new stage, that's creating something that can interact with everything, every possibility. So that's where your intent is what truly comes as the core maestro of your own personal symphony.
You can tell that, even though I think with that 16, you can tell that his energy is different. You can tell that he is very much attentive to what you're saying, and you can tell he picked up on life and death and intent.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Oh, okay. Thank you. I was curious."
It's easy to say music can come from a flute or a drum. Very easy. But music is yours and everyone's and no one's. There's songs that aren't sung yet. There's tones that have been playing for years that we aren't even able to hear anymore. But when you become the instrument, that's when you're creating music with what's there and what's not.
That makes sense. And as you say that, you see him like kind of look around, and he sees like maybe like a stick or something, And he like takes the stick and he like bangs it against another stick, and as it begins to create sound, you can tell that an experiment is forming in his head. And you see him put those 2 sticks into a bag or into a contraption.
Zika smiles because in his heart, seeing you take 2 sticks and turn them into something to create music, to him means you just added something to the Weave symphony of music, the thing that's constantly flowing. So you took something that may have already made music on its own before, but you have allowed something else to change into something more now. You know what I mean? Like these branches could be on a tree singing with the wind, and now you allowed them to touch to create a percussion. And now whatever they do going forward is just something more that's constantly added. So he respects what you've done.
And he'll just continue to, again, do the base preparations. And he hasn't made any of his potions. He doesn't know what he needs right now. That's a lot. I think he probably made 1 potion of healing just to be safe.
Okay.
But that's all he has done in the morning.
All right. Long rest accomplished. Party gears up. Stand by. Okay.
My ramblings are all the time. So everyone knows. I just went, I think I have idea. Epiphany, maybe, probably not.
I'm just watching this stuff. I'm like, what?
Just kidding, like, oh,
Maybe.
Good. I'm just gonna go over here for a second.
I'm here for it. If you wanted to explore something.
It goes so old to an old campaign, and I'm just sitting here thinking about the gold thread things. But yeah, if we're waking up, I can have a wake up moment with Robin with an epiphany.
Okay.
I just think this is the wrong thing, and this is Taylor reaching.
Oh, okay. Okay, you wake up, the sun in your eyes.
Robin just, wait. I remember when I was a kid, the reason that we were told to wish on dandelions is because wishes are more powerful on dandelions than anything else. Because how the wishes on dandelions work is if you make a wish on a dandelion and you blow the seeds, it grows another dandelion, and then someone else adds their wish to the other dandelion, and it goes on so on, so on, so on, so forth, making wishes more powerful on dandelions as they grow. What if the amount of people that wish on dandelions is kind of why the gold thread connects people to things?
Sorin, with a toothbrush in his mouth, across the room goes, yeah, you're getting the druid stuff. Kind of keeps on brushing. Nice. No idea what you're talking about. but he chews on it and goes.
She had a dream of like a kid wishing on a dandelion, and she followed that seed and watched another dandelion grow, and the same kid in the same town picks another dandelion, and it's the same one and blows on it. But then a different kid also picks it up, and they're both wishing for a sunny day. And it goes, and the next one goes and makes a wish on it, and it just grows and grows and grows. The reason Taylor thought of it is because that's what she put in her speech as Tara's final speech.
So he goes, the golden dandelions. Those are actually native to the Sunton Isle, if I remember correctly. And I know a cool fact about the Sunton Isle.
Okay.
Everyone thinks it's a wasteland after the death of the celestial that was upon it. It's not.
Right. What?
No, yeah. People living there. Yeah, this is a whole export of... it's got this crazy backstory with how the two continents found each other and something to do with household. But yeah, it's not a wasteland like everyone thinks it is. There's a whole... it's got like plants and shit.
But then how does the plants get all the way over here onto this area?
Probably merchants, to be honest with you.
Oh.
Boats and shit. Nods knowingly.
Wait, so why is it still the rumor that it's a wasteland? Why haven't people spread the rumor that it's good over there?
I don't know. It was a bit before my time.
No.
I know no one goes there
buying
now.
stuff?
Well, that was back then.
Oh.
But
Okay.
there, from what I understand, yeah, there's still people there, and it's alive and well. It's way the fuck out there, though. You have to go
Am I able to,
really
like-
far south.
Okay. She's gonna pull open her bag, and she's gonna pull out some of her like forgery kit, just paper and quill, and she's gonna start writing a letter, just to whom it may concern on the Sunton Isle. And she's just gonna be like, "Hi, my name is Ash. I've come across golden dandelions over here, on far away from your lands, and I've come to learn that there are people over there, and I'm curious, and I'd like to know more about you and who you are and what's going on and why you might be here." And she's just gonna sign it, and she's gonna ponder on how to get it out to someone over there.
Nice. The note, you pat it as you step through the door of the inn, stepping out into the street as the party gathers. The city, it's morning. You can see that many of the ships have gone out and are doing their fishing. Smoke rises from different points of the city. There is a disquiet, and you hear distant mobs.
Uh-oh.
At one point, as you're moving towards the church, a retinue of soldiers like marches on past, ignoring the party. But the extent of it would be move out of the way. Yeah.
Rude.
I would not full shoulder check with anybody who has decided to just get that close.
Okay. Roll intimidation. He's aura farming.
I am going to use my inspiration on
He
that
said,
one.
"I am him." Sorry. Just so we are aware.
Dirty 20.
Okay, yeah.
Indeed, is him.
The formation of soldiers two parts around you.
That's wild to be able to part an entire freaking, well, not company, squad at the very least.
That
It's like,
group, you hear the move out of the ways become a lot more. Could you move out of the way, please? And just as he's moving on fast.
The only thing
coming through.
Zito says during that is, "Don't break rank."
The last one in the back of the line, that is the ones moving around you, is like horrified. Horrified follows, and you hear him. Whew, okay. And the party continues onward.
I should ask really quickly, just before I forget.
Mm.
The the ritual to get Sorin back was done, and he is back, and he is here. Was Kazakh able to then take a mushroom from that area?
Roll sleight of hand.
9. That was a 2 on the die.
You
You
acquire
you
it,
have inspiration.
but you,
I'm gonna use it. Nope. 24.
you acquire it, and you believe that no one saw a thing.
Yes. I need you all to understand. I have wilted mushroom / from Hamian, wilted mushroom / from Amethyst, wilted mushroom / from Sorin? Question mark.
So who wants another long rest and the inspiration back?
Taking it. Anyway, he's gonna combine those three.
I want to know how the dice are feeling as we get into closer to the shoreline here. Everyone roll a D100 for me.
Hey, it's on bingo.
You got double bingo?
No, I don't know. Let me go check. But I know it's on my bingo. It's absolutely on my bingo list. I saw it. Where is it? Everyone roll a D100 for me. There it is. I've licked something today.
Oh.
99.
I thought I rolled.
Shut up. I rolled a 0.
That's
a 100.
That's a 100.
100.
Oh. What am I D10 and my thing?
0, 0, 0, 100.
Uh-huh.
I wrote a 95.
Wait.
What did you roll, Zito?
I'll take a picture of this room. I can throw it in the right.
No, Shane, you rolled a 10.
Is it all zeros?
Yep.
Yeah, it's all zeros.
If it's all zeros, that's 100.
10. The
If it's-
I've seen
D10
this
is 1
argument
through
online.
10. The D10 is 1 through 10.
Yeah, if it's all
That's a
zeros,
10.
it's 100.
It's 10 and 0, 0. He rolled 10.
No,
Oh, 100 on a D100 is 10 and 90.
he would have had to got a 0 on the big one and a 1-0 on this one to make it a 10. He got all zeros. That's a 100.
Show me your dice.
It's all zeros.
show me the
So
dice.
that you got.
I'll send it
What
to
are
you
the
in a
dice?
snap so you can see
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
The D100, the one with the 2 digits, that's your tens place, not your ones place. He rolled a
That's how
0
you get,
in
like-
the 100s.
My dyscalculi is thwarting me.
Sorry.
I trust
so-
your decision. Whatever you want.
If he rolled all zeros, that's 100.
That's 100. You rolled all zeros.
Okay, with your logic, how do you roll a 1?
0,
0, 0, and 1.
and
With the 1 being alone.
How do you roll a 12?
10 and 2.
So Ben, I have no way to roll
So you
a
just
100 with my dice.
put-
Right, so you can't roll a 0,
Yeah,
so you put it at the
there's
top.
no consistency with what they're doing.
I
You
see what they're saying.
Switched them.
I love this so much.
If I were to...
How do you roll a 12?
I
Me?
would need to have my 10 show up on here.
Yeah, and a 2 on the one with the
10
only
and
one
a 2.
number.
So that goes the double and then the single. And
Right.
how do you roll a 1?
Yeah. So to roll a
0,
10, I would
0.
need to have.
And 1.
Oh, that's still double and single.
So that means I have 2 ways to get 10, but only 0 ways to get 100,
Yeah, how
according
do
to
you get
Ben's
100?
way.
Hold up. I'm lost.
We
According to-
just made this extremely difficult. when
I'm
it's
just
not.
saying, according to the way Ben is telling me,
Uh-huh.
the way that I get 100 is impossible. So if we go
Yeah.
by Ben's way, yes, Ben, by going Ben's way,
90
I-
and 10.
90 and 10. I can't do that with my
That's-
dice.
That's
Yes, you can.
91.
Yeah, you can.
It would be so you're
No,
saying
the
9, 0
90
and
and the
0?
0.
Because there's only one digit
How
on
do you
one
get
of them.
90?
You
How do
can't
you
get
get
9,
90
0
then?
and 10 and 1, 0.
How do you get 90?
90.
No, Ben. Ben's way. Ben, how do you get 90? If you have to get
80 and
90,
10.
that's it.
10.
How
A
do you
10 on the D10 and an 80 on the D100.
Hang on.
10 plus
Hold on.
80 equals 90.
Let me look at one of
Can
these
we
things
just
for a
go
Oh,
with
do you
second. There
100?
is
add
no
them
10 on
together?
this thing. There is no 10
Yeah, there's
on...
the
on a
0 is the
D10?
10. 0 is the
0
10
is
on a
10.
D10.
Right. So
Yeah.
so you're saying 10, I'm saying 0. That's
Because there's no 0 on a D10.
right.
There's
There's
only
no 0.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
So we're just saying the
So
same
then
thing,
you add
except
them
you're saying
together.
10 and I'm
You
saying
just have
0.
to add them together.
Can we just go with 100 and then?
We're going to go with 100.
Yeah. Okay.
0, 0, and 0 is 100.
It is. It's specifically in D&D. That is a 100. I promise you.
I mean, it feels like it should be,
It is.
but it.
I'm curious as to how this actually works, and I want to dive into the topic later, but now is not the time.
I rolled an 81,
Okay.
by the way.
This is why normally I have a D100 that has a 100 on it.
Now, no, we'll get back to it. I have questions I'll ask later.
I absolutely hear is being said, but in this game we do not treat a 0 on this one as a 10. We treat it as a 0.
Okay.
We move.
I've been completely okay. Sorry. You guys find the church. Coming through and around some of the pathways that you've become familiar with. You take a few new ones until you find you actually pass a rubbled building at one point before you turn the corner into this really nice open pavement area. Like, you can see the church in the center of this open area. And it's kind of paved, cobbled all around. A lot of breathing room for an otherwise very cramped city. There is a corpse. It looks like he's been impaled into the door.
Oof.
And you can see another woman who is also a corpse, likewise a corpse. You can see her dead and up against one of the stained glass windows from the inside. The stained glass window being broken. The door, the other half of this double door is open. And this part of the city is very quiet. You guys are on the street. Go ahead.
Thieves' cant marks or things like that, marking like safe passages since Bowman is in town, like safe ways to go, like to.
You don't see any
guards.
on the destination you've gotten to, though.
Okay.
This is the church?
Yeah, the Church of Ahraden.
Okay.
Do we see the body of I forget the guy's name.
Gilchad.
No,
Hollick.
not
You guys
Gilchad.
are.
Or Whalley, the priest, the cleric.
I'm so sorry. I put my notes back up. I don't know why. I think Kadrick put his notes up, so I put my notes up.
Time for bed.
He really did. He was like, "I'm over it." Task. Nope, not Task. I wrote his name down. Thompson.
Thompson, thank you.
Notes.
Stepping forward, Zito, you position yourself so you can look into the building from the open door, and you see more corpses, but you can make a perception check to see if you recognize any of them without moving forward.
Oh, why did I roll? Okay, perception plus 7. That's a 12 on perception.
You don't recognize any corpses in the moment.
If I were unable to immediately just recognize, looking at corpses, I would want to get closer to the corpses, so I would not so much be trying to look at corpses as I would be trying to check to see if there's any immediate threat still right here.
With a 13, you don't hear any sounds, but you train your ear, and you do hear the subtlest movement going on inside the church.
And not and it's not the sound of just like a body still breathing.
It sounds like objects being moved around inside.
And I can't see that from the doorway.
No. You're about 60 feet from the doorway out in this big cobbled open area.
Oh. Yeah, I'd approach the door.
Okay, you approach the door. And as you do, those faint noises stop. You get to the door. I assume party in tow. Let me know if otherwise. You kind of peer in and look around. You just find more corpses. And he spots you before you spot him.
I would probably say to the party, like over the shoulder, there's someone's in here.
Someone is in here.
Uh-oh.
Task steps out.
What is he doing here?
Good morning.
Good morning. It seems that death followed you a bit quicker today, huh?
It's been.
It's been.
It's been. I could actually use some assistance if possible.
Sure, we need.
I can't fucking keep it down. I keep killing it, and it keeps getting back up.
Uh-oh.
I think it's in the bell tower right now. It's your friend, Aholic.
Oh, not friend, but happy to kill.
It won't fucking die. And I will not let that slide. He's rasping. He's been in combat all night.
Does he look injured?
Yes. It looks like he's in a bad state. And you note this specifically because you've killed mages. How do you kill mages? You get them to use up all of their spell slots. And so while homie is whole, there is a franticness in his nature. The way he's collecting and looking for a weapon of some kind shows that he might be out of his juicier spell slots.
Cool. Okay. Perfect. I am going to smile and nod at him and be like, kind of what I was hoping today. Point to the bell tower for me.
He points at a ladder that he's pulled down.
Perfect. I'm just gonna clap him on the back, and then I'm gonna reach in my ankle pocket,
Okay.
pull out a health potion, hand it to him, whip out a dagger, hand that to him,
Excellent.
and go, "Don't let death catch you. I'll be back." And just
Hang on
head straight
to
for the
commit
left.
a quick heresy. And he gives you death word.
Oh, how fun.
Thank you for being here. And he looks to the rest of the party. This was most opportune. Anything we want to do to gear up before this fight?
He's gonna look to me like, "It's everyone rather than dead."
It's been eating.
Sick is going to scan the room for the priest that he tried to help.
You don't immediately see him, but there are more rooms. There's likely a basement of a kind. Let's talk about Hayden for a second. The building itself is beautiful, now kind of shattered in places, but mostly made of a uniform stone carved out of a singular block that has many waterways. And so instead of a pulpit, there would be a small waterfall in the back. Through the center of the waterfall of the building, the waterfall collects, and a very beautiful looking inorganic river hewn into the stone moves its way through the center before in a almost paisley pattern spreads out into very, very narrow bits so you can walk along it with ease. You know that there would likely be in the basement chambers of isolation, kind of like what we do with our floating little pods, but in kind of like a bigger, more communal sense. No light, maybe 3 feet of water that you can float in kind of a sensory deprivation way. And of course, chimes instead of bells. of which they use very large chimes. And you can see in the center of the room where the ladder's been pulled down, there is in fact a maybe 20 by 20 foot stone platform and trapdoor that leads up into the tower of the chapel, where we will find our adversary.
Okay. Before going up, Sika is going to try and see if there's any nearby rooms, if his priest is nearby and stuff like that.
Okay, there's a couple of other rooms, so you start taking a look around. Roll investigation. Taylor?
Is it very obvious that like we're going to go fight Holic, or what's become of Holic?
I'd say so.
Right before we go, like, to where we're gonna go, right before we step into this, I want to kind of like grab. Sorin is here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab like Sorin's hands and like she's trying to act like really adult, so she's not gonna say it out loud, but she's gonna in her head be like, I wish for everyone to be safe, and for whatever power that I have inside of me to keep everyone safe. And I'm gonna cast Aura of Life.
Let's go.
So what that is life energy radiates from me for an aura of 30 feet. It's centered on me. Each non-hostile creature in the aura has resistance to necrotic damage, and its hit point maximum can't be reduced. In addition, a non-hostile living creature regains 1 hit point when it starts its turn in the aura with 0 hit points. So she is planning to be support of whatever happens here.
Excellent.
Hit point maximum cannot be reduced?
Correct. I thought
Okay,
you might
just
like
checking.
that. Yup.
Like
Just checking.
spell.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious. Kazric, any preparations?
He don't like doing this thing for task.
But it's getting rid of the brat.
What is true, he does want to get rid of the Lushan. That is absolutely true. I guess he didn't realize he was walking into a space where no one else could handle the Lushan, so it's time for them to finally handle it. But he will. I mean, that's not a lot of prep. He's already done his prep work for his bombs, so it's just what is he gonna need when he needs it. He's there. Reggie's in his backpack. Actually, no. I think Reggie's probably floating next to him because Reggie does fly. People forget. And yeah, that's really it. Though he's just ready to go.
As Task positions the ladder and places it, you hear from high above.
Round 2, then?
And that's where we'll leave off for the night.
We beat your ass once, like. I guess technically we didn't. We got ass beat, but
You and what legs?
Chat, thank you so much for being here. Do stick around. We're going to do a raid. It helps us out a ton. Helps out the people we raid. I'm Sir Feffers, the Humble Dungeon Master of the Longshot table. This was a very good episode, and I am so excited to go for our 3rd round, I think, with Holic. It'll be fun.
Yeah, one of the rounds we didn't fight. We just avoided.
Yeah.
Just didn't kill.
Excellent.
The second round, I really wanted to keep fighting him, but then Kazric was like, "Don't do that."
We need an episode for this one. So let me hear everyone's pitch as I throw it over to Shane. Take it away.
Hi everyone, my name's Shane Whalley. It's nice to meet you. You can find me everywhere as Shane Whalley. I play Sika, College Level Bard, who has had a fantastic evening in this episode tonight. Lots of stuff happening, from otherworldly energies surrounding him to someone dear to him finally back in the material plane. But all in all, beside that, there's still certain things brewing up inside of Sika that he is slowly understanding what they do, but still terrified of them welcoming in a weird. He's like enjoying the fact that it's scaring him. So it's pretty interesting. I'm excited to show you some of the new stuff that he has learned, and what else may come of it. I know he knows that the Leshen upstairs is a problem, and so he's trying to make sure that this priest wasn't accidentally killed by the other priest or Leshen. So his mind is going to be doing stuff, whatever's coming up. Taylor.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. Find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. Check out the LARP Pinefall at pinefall.com. We have an event this weekend. It's going to be great. I'm playing Robin. She has finally gotten her brother back. And it was such a heartfelt and a tear-jerk moment. And like all of the like emotions of things that she had been holding behind came to rush towards her to where she could barely say the things that she was planning to have said, which was really exciting, and it was really fun to like feel and go through. And she has a lot of things that she's going to be mad at him about later. But it's also this thing of, you know, she wakes up and the world is still turning. There are still problems. There's things that she has to do. So now she gets to wrestle with, when do I deal with those emotions? When do I process what I've been going through? And when do I just buckle up and go for the ride of what's coming next and keep doing her best to try and be the best? If not, you know, top fighter, at least like being there for everyone that you can and making sure that, you know, people don't end up the way that Sorin ended up, lost and not able to contact their families. So she's learning new goals for herself. She is excited to see what's to come. And she's a little bit on rocky ground while also being stable. So she's figuring out what adulting is, which is very fun. I will pass it off to CB.
Hey, again, Omega here, also known as CritBard. CritBard across all social media channels, playing Kazarek, who, is trying to figure out what the next move is for him. He feels very much happy in a way to help with the stories of these three, but he did leave his home for a very specific reason. And it's starting to feel like he's taking one step forward and two steps back. And that's worrying him a bit. So unfortunately, I think that's going to start showing itself in some extremes as far as how he experiments, because stuff has to get done. Even if the world around him is helping, he just can't see it, and that's also a problem because, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, now we're about to fight a Leshen. I got bombs, a lot of them. I just want people to understand. I have every long rest at this point. At our current level, I have 40 bombs that I can use, so I can use them all. That is him.
Was that everybody? Ben, did you go?
Ben didn't go.
Ben, take it.
I did not go. Hi, I'm Ben Brainard, and I'm playing Zito Barbera, the Path of the Knuckle Sandwich Barbarian. And, time to punch. I mean, listen, it's Holic. I didn't need much of an excuse. And the fact that Task is saying he just keeps coming back to life. Oh, Zito's like, cool. I wonder how many times I get to kill him now. And I bet it'll feel sweeter every single time. It'll be great.
It'll be fantastic.
It'll be great. I'm excited. I wrote in my notes for the episode, the last sentence that I wrote was, "The gloves are off."
Oh, excellent.
Nice.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, gang. Everybody pile on into this raid. We're going to kick it with Lightbox Gnome, Phenomenal Bean, and is going to be playing in the new campaign next season. Thistle and Quill, working title. See you all soon.